Caches, stashing food, and things like this. This happens to be a Mossberg JIC-8. JIC stands for just in case. And picked this up at Bass Pro Shop last year on Black Friday, actually. Great deals. If you're willing to wait 3 hours in line, I will warn you there. And looking back at it, I'm not sure if it was actually worth it, but I do have it. And in here houses a Mossberg shotgun, pistol grip, and also a survival kit. I've also put in there several things like a couple packets of ramen, some of these MRE packets, which are packed with calories, if you can see. 370 there, probably another 370 here. So I mean that's a lot of calories in a small little package, and I was able to fit those packets in there. I have about actually 5 or 6 of those. And my plan is to bury that probably 20 miles away, so you can minimize the amount of weight that you have to carry, which is big. Which kind of leads on to my next point, which is fitness. You have to be able to be physically fit to carry a lot of stuff. I mean, one of your biggest dangers can be packing up all this shit and then exhausting yourself to the point that you pass out. You literally make yourself sick before you even get there. You're better off just sitting at home and waiting it out, see what would happen. In fact, I would actually load up bags and train. I think that training is probably one of the biggest preps that you can do. Training your body, making your body physically fit, physically able to carry a lot of weight. Because you're going to need all of this stuff. Certain things like flashlights, you will need. Headlamps are awesome. This lamp is super bright and has different settings. Got on Amazon. You can do separate reviews on all of these later, but this one's great. I have it's a Coleman 3-setting one here. This one's awesome for battery power versus battery life. It's the Coleman Max. This one's great. It has a blue light and it has a red light, which is huge to not ruin your night vision. When you're hunkered down by your fire or stove, you want to use red light. Really, I prefer to use red light. Like I said, it doesn't ruin your night vision. Ready to go if you need to be. Another thing, 550 cord. I'm sure you always hear things, you can see all sorts of videos about this, but it's pretty much worth its weight in gold. Zip lines come in handy, have a few of those. These bungee cords can be used for a lot of things as well. Used for, get focused, sorry here. You can get used for snares, all sorts of stuff. Help make yourself a tent. This is a new type of flashlight. It's a little handheld, no battery pump flashlight, which are awesome. Obviously, you don't need batteries. This is another one that doesn't really need batteries. But it has an expiration, 200 hours. They're light. I couldn't believe how light these things were when I first picked them up. I mean, to have light, which is relatively bright. This only has one setting of light, but check it. I can get it turned on here. It has a red setting too. And it has a flash setting. Let me get it turned on. Well, you could do it. It has a flash setting. It has all sorts of settings. Just pretty cool. Alright, so you're definitely going to want a flashlight. You're going to want a knife. You're going to want some kind of cutting device. Have a few different things here. Show you. You're gonna want a big, heavy knife, and this is just an example. I mean, I have others, but to get you started, I'm sure most people would want all the stuff, but do not really have a lot of money. So here's a good way if you just are getting started to get a big knife, and this one's decent. It's a Winchester Bowie. This is the full tang model, and if you want something cheap to get you started, I'd definitely go there. You could chop down small trees, get yourself a rock and pound the back of that, or a log, and you can take care of decent size, stuff. Split wood all day with it. Obviously, we want something smaller too, and this is another example. It's a little side knife. It's a Western USA knife, I believe, but I picked it up at an antique store. Pretty good deal. Sharp blade. Taken to a lot of hiking trips. Sharp, full tang. What a nice, strong knife. This is kind of a luxury, and some people might say you don't need it, but a little fillet knife, they're light. You're going to want a compass. You're going to want to know where you're going when you're bugging out. Make sure you're heading in the right direction. You're going to want a decent one, something with these little map reading capabilities. And it's going to help you out, get you there. Toiletries. Toilet paper. And this is some of this Coleman Campers toilet paper. It's a couple rolls of it. It's light, and hygiene is huge when you're on the move. You want to be fit, fresh, ready to go. You want to go run around with a crusty ass. Wet wipes. Huge. Shower with them, quote unquote. Clean yourself, clean your body. Huge. Huge, huge, huge. I take those every time I go hiking. It's definitely, these are heavy, but they can come in handy too. Road flares, something else you can take. Glow sticks. Chem lights. These are pretty big too. They're cheap. You can get them at the dollar store. I mean, packs of like 5 for $1. Great place to get a lot of this stuff is the dollar store. Gonna want a container, something waterproof to put your tablets, purification tablets, markers, batteries. Put your batteries in waterproof containers. These are great. Your phone, turn the phone off and check it occasionally to see if the world has come back together or it's still shitty. You're gonna need stuff to clean your weapons. First aid kit. Huge. Obviously some pain medicine. It's not gonna get you far. Bandages. You get a small first aid kit like this, which will cover up your nicks. They're great. They're actually great for if you get a nick on your hand, rub some Neosporin, rub some alcohol on it, rub some hydrogen peroxide, wrap it up. Great. But you're also going to want some kind of trauma kit. Trauma dressings, tourniquet. It's help you. I mean, this will keep you from bleeding out. Some nice scissors. Medical shears, whatever you want to call them. It can help you save someone's lives. It can help you save your own life. More bandages. I mean, this could be better. It could be worse. But it's something. You want some kind of trauma kit.